So Rick, this actually makes some sense. And my thought is that the people who are anti-gun, maybe they feel that innate sense, that law of nature that comes from God for self-protection, and they want to get rid of the guns in order to feel more safe.
Yeah.
We know that's wrong, but what's your thought on that?
No, I think you're right. I mean, I think in their heart of hearts, they're living out that DNA we were just talking about of wanting to protect themselves. And somewhere along the way, they bought the lie. It's wrong-headed. We're not saying it's right. They bought the lie that if we have gun control, if I can take away your right to have a gun, somehow that's going to make me safer. I mean, you even see the crazy quotes of, oh, if there's another gun in the equation, it'll cause a problem, rather than if there's a good guy with a gun, they can stop the bad guy with the gun. I mean, they just don't understand the nature of evil. They don't understand the fact that you're not going to get rid of bad guys. There's going to be bad guys at some point, and good guys like us got to be there to defend even that person that thinks they want to get rid of all guns. So yeah, I think their motive might be good, but they just don't understand the laws of nature.
You know, I think even the anti-gunners realize that when they pick up the phone and dial 911, they want somebody to show up who has a gun.
With a gun.
Exactly.
I mean, this is true from the American Revolution to right this second.
Absolutely.
The good guy with the gun is the solution to the bad guy with the gun. Even the anti-gunners realize that. They just don't want us to have the gun. They want access to it, or they want law enforcement or military, and that's it, which is folly. How do you keep the guns out of the hands of the bad guys?
That's right. And even the leaders of that movement, even you look at their protests and their rallies, the big speakers that come in, the celebrities from Hollywood, the congressmen and whatnot, what are they surrounded by? Personal
people with guns,
protection guys that have guns, people with guns, right? But they're to go to a rally to tell us that the guns are the problem. I mean, it doesn't make sense logically, but you can kind of understand a little bit where they're coming from in their heart of hearts. But our job is to get good policy, even when people are wrong in the way they're thinking. We have to defeat them politically in order to still protect our right to keep and bear arms, in order to literally protect the very people that we had to defeat politically.
Well, and that thinking is the only way Joe Biden, which you taught us last night in your lecture, could say that the man with the AR-15 who saved lives shouldn't have had what was his name?
Stephen Williford,
Stephen Williford shouldn't have had that AR-15.
Right. The very weapon that stopped the crime, stopped the bad guy, and Joe Biden says he shouldn't have been allowed to have that.
So he was willing to let more people die.
Which, if you follow the logic, now he wouldn't say that.
No.
But we're listening to what he's saying. He's saying he shouldn't have been allowed to have the AR, but the AR is what was used to stop the bad guy.
Right.
So if he didn't have the AR, what's the next logical conclusion? The guy's going to be able... Anyway, the logic isn't there, but that's why we're doing this course, right? Because we're taking the time to think logically like these guys did and work for good policy so that we can continue to protect ourselves. And also, don't forget, we talked about some of those quotes last night. It's not just to protect yourself against the bad guy in the instant. It's also to protect yourself against a tyrannical government.
Sure.
Part of self-defense is making sure that we continue to have freedom. The government knows that there's a whole lot of us good guys out there with guns, and therefore they won't pass laws that become more and more tyrannical. That's what these guys said over and over again, that the Second Amendment was actually...